will say that the whole customer return thing was probably the least problematic part of my day.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
that was
no.
actually the fun part because I could just rub it in his. I was fine because I was just like, well, like
You
we
have
tried to.
no power here.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, like he doesn't. Like I called. He's like, you thought like corporate was on your side. Ha ha. No. Like there's nothing you can do. You can take my name down. I don't give a shit. There's nothing you can do. It's not like they're gonna fire me because I didn't take your stupid ass return from April. Because I was like telling Mitz too, like, what was it? Like, he called and he wasn't specific on like exactly what he was returning or stuff like that. And I didn't realize it was him until after he came into the store because he just called the store and I found out after. But he called the store and said, "Are you guys open?" I'm like, "Yeah, we've been open for like
Should have
a
said
while
no.
already." And I mean, we answered, but it's like, "Yeah, we've been open for a while." It's like, "You taking returns?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, we are." And he's like, "Okay." And he comes in, and then he comes in with that, and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's past my return date. Like, I can't do a return on this. It's usually 30 days, and even then, like."
What
And he's
even
just
was
like,
it?
"It was a headset." And
Okay.
his explanation was he ended up buying two, and I'm like,
The
"Okay,
fuck?
cool." Um, so he bought a headset. He bought two headsets because for whatever not, and it was a thing where he bought it online, picked up at our store, whatever. And at the time, because of COVID, we were only fulfilling online orders. We weren't doing any like returns or exchanges in store. Understandable, and yeah, that we weren't doing that. But that was the first shutdown, and we opened. And I told him that, and I said, yeah, there was a time when we reopened because every retailer had to open that we for like a month after we were honoring returns from orders or like purchases or orders that were bought from like March, like the last week of March when we officially like shut down or businesses started shutting down for the pandemic. So during that time frame, yes, we were like we weren't taking returns, but later on we we opened up our returns and we started doing them. And then we shut down again. So regardless, like you were supposed to come in for the first time and you didn't. And he's like, "Well, I called corporate and they told me that all you had to do was just let them know and give them the order number and you can do the return." And they've changed our policy recently where any online order, we have to go through our customer support so that they process the online order refund on their side and we don't take care of it in store anymore. We just take the product and the refund gets um, handled through customer service, mainly because with some of the orders they don't put like the exact like for security reasons. Obviously, they don't put exact like payment methods on the order forms. They just give you like a receipt like emailed to you, and then like on the list it'll just say what we have to grab and what we have to put in the box. So everything is on like a back end type of thing. So I told him like, yeah, like I have to go through. If I want to do a return because it was ordered technically through our online store, I have to, you know, like call corporate anywhere. I have to call customer service anywhere to figure that out. So sure, I'll indulge you. I'll call them and figure it out. So I explained everything to the guy on the phone, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, well, sure, I'll check it out." Usually, for FYI too, online orders are obviously completely separate and handled separately from our stores. So we don't have any control. We can't see certain things. Blah blah blah. It's all on customer service side. Like they can see that stuff. Um, so he gets back to me after putting me on hold, and he's just like, yeah, so like understandable that you guys were closed for COVID, but like as a whole entire company thing, we were only accepting returns for that time between July and August. Like for us, it was just like we just set a date for like yeah a month, but the company also said like yeah we kind of would accept returns for these within July and August. And I told him, I was like, well, that's what corporate told me. So, I can't really do anything. He's like, so what do you expect me to do? I'm like, I can't. I don't know what you want to do because I can't take this return. So, I mean, I don't know what you're going to do. And he's just like, you can't return it anyway. I'm like, no, because it was online. It was an online order, so like they have to do the return on their end. And then if they're not gonna do it, that means I can't do it. So it's like I can't really help you, man. And he was just like, getting all uppity with me, and I'm like, well, you can take my name. It was like, what's your name? It was like, you have a manager identification. I'm like, no, we don't have like any badges or anything like that. I can give you my name, I can give you my position, but like, yeah, I can give you all that stuff, but it's not gonna change me taking this in today. And he just like walked down. He's like, bye, have a nice day. I'm like, yeah, bye, see ya.
You should have been like, so let me introduce you to a thing called Facebook Marketplace.
I know, right?
Christ.
I ain't
I
doing
had-
shit.
this past week, this last week, I didn't have to deal with bullshit, but my other managers had to also deal with like people being stupid with returns. We had a guy who bought an Oculus Quest 2 on like Thursday, and he made his girlfriend buy it with the warranty. Called on Friday to say, hey, do you guys reprint receipts? And we was like, oh no, because he wanted it for his warranty, and we're like, oh, actually we don't have a way for our system to reprint that exact info, but everything on your serial number is saved in our system, so that if you need to do like anything with the warranty exchange, we can just scan the serial number and it'll show up in our system that we can do the exchange. The guy changes from, I want it for the warranty, to I just want to fully return it. Mind you, he's already told like my other guy, this like, oh yeah, I ripped open the box and I threw away the receipt and everything. And then my coworker's like, well, you can't return it because you threw away the box. You opened it. Already we can't do we return whether if you got a receipt or not. And he got really mad at him, and he's just like, in what world do you get to return shit like this? Like, when you throw away the box and rip it open. So he just called him man. He's like, I'm just gonna go to corporate. And then my coworker said, okay, go ahead, have fun with that.
Bruh.
We also
People are fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
well, also our store, you can probably figure out where I am, but our store
Oh, I know where you are.
is
Don't
where
worry.
yeah, I know. It's all of us where we are, have all the rich bastards who like don't want to they want to spend their money on like really expensive shit. They don't believe in saving money sometimes, and they're just like, yeah, just give me whatever, I'm just like,
I can believe it.
yep. I don't think. And like it was really funny because we're talking about how like, customers don't even want to. Some of the customers don't even want to bother spending like $5 to save money at our store. And then what you call like one of our other managers who works at Kalihi side, he was just like, oh, we have the opposite problem, is that people like, oh, I can't afford $5. It's like, oh, bro, what are you doing buying video games then?
I hate those people.
It's like, why you buy video games if you can't afford
I
all
can't
this?
afford this thing. I can't afford my basic amenities, but I'll buy this thing. Yeah.
You speak from experience, don't you?
Yes, I do. My exes are fucking stupid. Fuck you, Ryan.
I still specifically remember him because like he came in like, and I was still working at fucking Kailua because he came in and bought, what was it, 2 fucking Street Fighter versus Tekken collector's
The
editions,
jackass
and
used
those,
to pre-order shit and like buy
Yeah.
consoles and then be like, I don't have money for rent and stuff, and then you have to
No,
get up
no,
and fucking
'cause,
ask his
like-
dad for money.
yeah, because like we were still like, we were friends at like, well, no, like we were like, friend terms at that point. So then he would come in, and I specifically remember him spending like, because those like collector's editions are like $200 a piece. There's like 100, 200 a piece, and he bought 2 of them. And my first words out of my mouth to him are like, "Don't you have bills to pay?" Like,